PSSR 2.0 out, which has provided great benefits. Check out Digital Foundry's analysis. Has provided great benefits to the platform. PS5 Pro is looking great.
PS5 Pro is looking great. What's this man talking about? $750 for that trash. Yeah, you know, the PS5 Pro is looking great.
$750, and that's the key. And now that they're pulling away from PC, they can actually go back to saying they got true exclusives, right?
Oh, yeah, we got true exclusives now, baby, you know. And the funny thing is, man, matter of fact, just to add to what PuertoRock is saying, didn't you guys have true exclusives with Blue Point Studios? And look what happened to them. What about Destruction All-Star? You people keep saying that PlayStation 5 got all the games, but yet every time you people got to go out there and buy them, we out here talking about studio closures now. How does that make any sense?
Because the thing is, they were running on console exclusives, but not true exclusives. You know, no longer the only on PS5 type exclusives.
Oh yeah, they back to the old days. Yeah, they started with one called God of 16-bit graphics.
Now they could get back to that.
Oh yeah,
they could get back to the consumer. Let them know, hey, these are the games spoke specifically for PS5, and you're not gonna play them anywhere else.
And guess what? And they're not gonna play them at all, because you know why? Because ain't nobody picked up a PS5 for exclusives in the first place. The PS5 exclusives are looking great, man. Then why aren't you people buying them? Because you guys know that every time you guys want to sit there and talk about how Sony's exiting the PC, and even if Sony does decide to dabble and say we don't need PC gaming, well, guess what? They can always go back there. You guys act like, oh, like once you're retired, you're always retired. I mean, people have came out of retirement. I mean, let's just be honest. And the funny thing is that even if Sony does if they do potentially stop this, that's just going to be less money for them. Sony ain't going to be making no money. And the funny thing is they're making quite some bank on PC. Helldivers 2 is a success because of PC. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta stop downplaying PC. Matter of fact, Stellar Blade sold better on PC than it did even on your own goddamn console. But you was out here telling people, people buy exclusives. Well, if people was buying exclusives, then why do we see less of an emphasis of Sony putting out their own first-party software? Oh, that's right, because they out here collecting 30% because Sony realizes that they don't have to do anything. Just let Xbox pump out games for you. That'd be enough for your ponies, because you guys clearly like their games more than you like ours. I mean, you guys look stupid this whole generation. You went as far to say that the Xbox platform got no games, but yet you're going to be playing them on PlayStation. That makes no sense. Oh, you know, y'all gonna get out of business. Airbox is dead. I don't know how they're gonna be dead if you guys keep giving them your money. But you know what I do know is gonna be dead? Your PlayStation exclusives. And that is what has been happening.
Okay, you could get high-tier gaming, right, in the console market for only $750, right? While the PC market is getting blown up and ripped
I can get a PS5 for $400. I'd rather take that $300 and invest that into some video games. Are you crazy? $750 and we still ain't getting the 4K. We ain't getting the 60. Or should I go back to the false marketing of Sony with the 8K on the 120 frames on the box? The Pro's still not achieving none of those promises that even the base PS5 model had at its launch. Y'all like damn games, man. You really going in, man, and you have the audacity to have a background of Heavenly Sword, another PlayStation IP that no longer exists accordingly to the gaming. And it's like, bro, you guys are stuck in the past, man. You tell me, have we seen this game again? We haven't seen this game since PS3, for crying out loud. And you got this game in the background. I thought you was there for the winning team, Mr. Yankees.
Apart at the do-it-yourself level, this is a perfect time to truly expand and get those console sales. Sony picked the right time to do this. And I said Sony should take advantage of the issues PC is going through, the do-yourself. Now, of course, everyone's going through the same problem. Yes, I know that. But Sony can mitigate it. Remember, they're a business. So they can have contractual business, get the stuff a little bit cheaper. But the consumers can't. You do it yourself, PC gamers, there's nothing you can.
But the problem is that when Sony decides to do it themselves, they're taking losses. Like I've told you guys before, this has been like since the beginning of console gaming. companies take losses on the console and they make it back with software and now subscription services. That's the reason why these consoles exist. If Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus was free online, Microsoft, they would have already been left the gaming industry, right? And people's like, oh, but you say that Xbox might go. Yeah, because they're going to sell you the premise of Game Pass Ultimate. That is what I'm saying. That's still a subscription service, regardless of how they remodel it and how they merge it in the foreseeable future. Doesn't beat the purpose that they're making money off the subscription. If it was just games, Xbox would be out of here. If it was PlayStation and just making games, they'd be out of here. If it was even Nintendo, I'm going to go as far to say this. If it was Nintendo just making software, then Nintendo Switch 2 would be dead. They're like, what were you talking about? They're making money off the... You like, dude, do y'all know how to use a calculator? Like, literally. Just calculate. Just say, like, okay, let's say we'll switch 100... Let's say 100 million people that are subscribed to Nintendo Online paying $20, not even the $50, just $20 a year. And you will see how much money Nintendo is bringing in. They're bringing in more money by selling you a subscription service than if you went out there and bought a video game that they would have to invest time and budget and all those other things. This is why subscription services are taking over. And this is what you people don't understand. Because you people still stuck within the land before time, the prehistoric dinosaur era. Your eggs ain't hatching no more, and you still are rambling about it, this dino crisis. That's the problem. You guys are dinosaurs, man, and you don't want to admit it.
And dude, you don't buy in bulk. So all those components are going to be really expensive. If you buy a pre-built PC, it's going to be really expensive, and there's going to be consumers that's just not going to want to pay the cost. You know?
Yeah. And you guys ain't paying the cost. When did you guys buy any of these games? Apparently you ain't paying the cost. But when it comes to that annual release of NBA 2K, college football, FC, oh, we make sure that we pay. I mean, they actually had an article that I seen the other day that 63% of gamers are not buying games anymore, and most gamers are only sticking to 1 or 2 games. And we know what those 1 or 2 games are. It's those annual release sports titles. It's not those co-violence in Star Wars in Marathon. No, it's those third-party games. The Call of Duty plus the college football plus the Madden plus the FC football, soccer. That's what those 2 games are a year. That's what it's looking like. Because when I go to GameStop and I go to retail, those are the games that people are picking up. I'm sorry. And y'all know it too. Y'all know it. Y'all gotta cut the cap.
Like systems that you could have gotten for $900, you know, as entry point, they're probably going to cost like $1,500 now. You know, so imagine $900 PC hardware now being priced at $1,500. People are not going to pay $1,500 for that weak hardware, and then for the more robust hardware that was $1,500, they're in the 2,000 range, and the rigs that were in the 2,000, they're like in the 2,700 range. Everything is just going extremely up. And because of that price hike, that vast increase in price, there's going to be guys that's going to be like, yeah, I'm not getting a PC at these ridiculous prices. So
consoles are going to be raising the prices too. And this is, see, y'all don't understand, man. Microsoft's got y'all in the chokehold because the more and more the hardware goes up, the more Microsoft's going to push that cloud. Y'all don't understand, man. It's going to go, I can afford. Listen, it's going to get to a point where people are not going to be able to afford any of these consoles, and the only way that they're going to be able to play them is through cloud streaming services. You guys are saying it, oh, well, it's not because you're saying it because it's not that much of a problem now. We know that, but we all know with the RAM shortages and everything else going on, we know this is what's happening. Which is only going to mean that when Microsoft sees that, oh, nobody can really buy hardware anyway. Oh, we're going to push that cloud streaming. And that's how you're going to be playing your games. I've told people this. They didn't want to listen. Because you guys, the problem is with you guys, you are looking at it from the moment now. That's the problem. You're not looking at it like how I'm seeing it. See, like I've said before, you're playing checkers, I'm playing chess. Okay? You think you're winning on the board, but in reality, I already know where your king's at, and I already know how to end the game. Yeah, matter of fact, I put a pawn out there just so a pony can take it. You know, the pony on the board with the L shape when he goes with the stupid pony thought he took one of my pawns, but in reality, it was just a setup to get to the King Sony. I purposely put a piece there, and you people baited. That's what I'm saying. Y'all playing checkers. I'm playing chess with y'all. And Microsoft's doing the same thing. Y'all stupid. You got to ask yourself, 10, 15, 20 years from now, do you really think we're going to be playing gaming the same way that we're doing now? And if you say that we are, then you know you're a complete liar. You're barely doing it now. You're downloading games. People ain't even buying physical media. I'm sorry. You really think, I mean, at this point, gaming is dead for the dinosaur. What battle are you guys fighting? They're not fighting for you. They're fighting for the new audience, the casual. Because the problem is people like, fanboys, even fanboys are like, y'all complain too much. And it's going to get to a point where you're like, I'm not supporting this mediocrity no more. That's why I'm like, I don't care no more. I really don't care. I got my retro. And people say, oh, but you see, you're just an attitude retro. That's funny that you say that because you're retro too, as far as I'm concerned. Mr. Gears Reloaded, Mr. Halo Campaign Evolved, Mr. I'm going to buy Legacy Kane Defiance again. You guys want to sit there and you want to bash retro gamers, but yet you're playing retro on a next-gen console. You guys are the dummies. What are you talking about? You guys want to act like these systems are, PS5 and Xbox are so special. They're so special. What's so special about them? What's so special about these platforms? Oh, but yeah, see, that's right, Nintendo got exclusive. Okay, 2 games. 2 games, that's it. They out here dropping Pokemon Fire Red on your asses, and y'all out here, yummy, too yummy. Like, you gotta be kidding me, man. They out here dropping 20-year-old Game Boy Advance games on y'all from a Game Boy title, and y'all going crazy for it. Think about it. You're like, damn, games. Not in the history of gaming, from NES to Super Nintendo to 64, have we ever seen this level of milkery going on in this gaming community, man. Ever. It is so bad right now. Y'all don't even realize. Y'all just, ooh, yum, 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 yummy. It's tasty. Yummy, yummy. I'm going to play my Halo and my Gear Reloaded. I'm going to play my old game. This is ridiculous.
The next best thing. A PS5 Pro. $750 for a complete system. And with the impressiveness of PSSR 2.0, this is the right time for Sony to truly take advantage.
I bet y'all can't even name 10 good games that came out this generation and ain't third party. I bet you can't. I can't even name 10 games. See, that's the problem. If I ask somebody, what is the best PS5 game? Matter of fact, we'll make it even easier for you. What is the best 10 games of this generation so far? This is the first thing you're going to hear. Donkey Kong, okay. We got go spit it out, brother. Why are you taking so? Mario Kart World. Okay. Resident Evil 9 Record. I said no third party though. Exactly. Now tell me, what's the best N64 games? Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Rocket Robot on Wheels. You've already done Blast Corps, Killer Instinct Gold, Wave Race 64, Cruising USA, Cruising Exotic, Cruising the World. You're done. You've already lost. Body Harvest. These are exclusives that were on the N64 at the time. You've lost the argument. These consoles have been going on as long as the N64 has. And I can name bangers after bangers, even though they had a less library, of course, due to the lack of third party. PuertoRock 1, PuertoRock 2, and PuertoRock 3. You've already lost. These were new games. And you guys went, oh, gaming is better. Gaming is better. Gaming. What's so better about it? Really ask yourself. You can't even name 10 good games this whole generation for all platforms together. This generation sucks balls. This generation is garbage. No games, bro. And that's all 3. And they're like, damn games. So you know what, man? Matter of fact, the way you put it in that perspective, you're right, though. I can't name 10 good games like that, man. You hear a bunch of Halo Infinite. Oh, that's cross-gen. God of War Ragnarok. That's cross-gen. Like, can you name actual exclusives for Xbox, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch 2? You hear a bunch of, you sound like zombies. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Cold Violet. I mean, you could add that one if you want, but that's not a real good suggestion. Let me see. For PlayStation, let me look. Destruction All Stars. I mean, you could add that one, but it ain't really good, though, is it? Look at that. You guys have no games, bro. You know. Now, mind you, the Sega Saturn was a failure console, but we're gonna use this as. I'm just using this as an example, guys. The Sega Saturn was a failed console, but if somebody says name the top Sega Saturn games, okay. We got Virtua Fighter Remix, Virtua Fighter 2, Fighters Mega Mix, Last Bronx, Asto, Clockwork Knight 1 and 2, Bug 1 and 2. Uh-oh. Oh, did y'all just lose already? Hold on, what's going on? These are new games. Shining Force 3, Shining the Holy Ark. What's going on here? You guys already lost before it even saw. Hold on, I didn't even finish the list yet. That is what game. When you guys say that a console has good games, when we used to talk, we used to chart all the good games that the console had. Does that make sense? We used to chart them down. You know what I mean? Like chart them down like a snap of a finger. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. You feel me? You guys have a pistola with no bullets in it. There's no bam, 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 bam. You know? There's no bam, 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 bam. You know? I'm out here laying these out like a machine gun. Bam, 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 bam. With these type of games, y'all out here looking like your weapons jamming. And bam, bam. That's your gun jamming. Bam, bam. Now, when you hear about when you talk about the old platform and the games that it hit. Bam, 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 bam. You know, so much you see the smoke coming out at the end of it. Bam, 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 bam. No jams. No jams, baby. No jams. Just straight. You ain't getting those games. You're getting a bunch of bunch of jams in the chambers. Bro, y'all don't know nothing about gaming, man. You guys are a disgrace to the gaming community, man. And this is why people just stop playing games, bro. Even with the PS3 that was a failure, let's use that as an example. Let's see if we got some bams on that platform. I mean, you had Killzone 2, Killzone 3, Uncharted 1, 2, 3, Warhawk, Starhawk, Folklore, Heavenly Sword, Full Auto 2 was an exclusive for that platform. I think Ridge Racer 7 as well. Pain. It's SOCOM Confrontation, SOCOM 4, Mag, Resistance 1, 2, and 3. You know, Little Big Planet 1, 2. And you guys say that gaming is better. How can you say gaming is better if you can't chart the Heavenly Sword, MotorStorm 1, MotorStorm Pacific Rift, MotorStorm Apocalypse, Twisted Metal? That's how you know you got a good platform, man. When you're naming the games for it. If I tell you, okay, PlayStation 3 had great games, and I'm bam, then you know the system is good. But when you guys talk, if I told you name 10 games, just for throughout this whole damn generation, we get a I swear, bro, just ask anybody, bro. I'm telling you, I've had people do it. All you gotta say is name 10 good games for the PS5 for exclusive. And they're gonna the first thing they're gonna start off with is guarantee. Game still approved, guarantee. They're not gonna just sit there and just start dropping out bangers. You feel me? They're not gonna just be dropping out games like how we did back in the day. They don't have that type of library. They don't have it. They're like, damn, Gamester. You know what, man? You know, it's kind of out of line, but it's kind of right though. Out of line, but kind of right though. Exactly. I know. I've been gaming for a long time. But let's throw the last one though. The Dreamcast. That was a failure. Cause that's how you know it's bad for gaming, when you got a failure console having more software than PlayStation could ever have. Hey, games, what's the top 10 games? Let's see if we get a out of my mouth. What is the top 10 games for the Dreamcast, man? I got you. Soul Calibur, right? We had beautiful game. Virtua Fighter 3, right? Virtuon, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Jet Set Radio. You're done. You've already been done. Out Trigger. You guys have already, look at this. You guys can't compete. It's like, damn, it's already done. It's already done. Skies of Arcadia. Do I need to still keep going on? Damn, Cam, you right, though. You right. You out of line, but you right, though. Exactly. Exactamundo.
But they got to advertise. They got to start going after PC. Even though they said that it's not really a thing. No, it's a thing. Especially now with the cost, it's a thing. They need to advertise.
Trash.
Get great high-end PC gaming for $750. And of course, you're gonna have the PC nerds that's gonna try to compare $6,000 rigs with the $750. You know, with a $750 console. They're gonna try it and not know that you will lose because those high-end rigs that you're gonna push, those 5080s, 5090s, the 4090s, they're around $4,000, $5,000 a pop. On that, they need to capitalize on the situation PC gaming is in. They need to capitalize on what PSSR 2.0 is doing.
That's not getting people to buy the games though. That's what you guys don't understand. That's for people that have the Pro. Mind you, have the Pro. The vast majority of you know what? Bro, I'm about to end this video. The vast majority of gamers don't have the Pro, bro. That's not going to change. This guy is ridiculous. You don't know nothing about the market. Oh, yeah, all they got to do, so they can benefit the 4 million people that bought it? What about all the other 90 million people that got PlayStation 5 that ain't going to be able to use it because they didn't pick up the lousy Pro? Bro, you know what? Hopefully, guys enjoy this video, man. Like I said, take care. Most people, when they play GTA 6, they're going to play it without it because that's the model that they picked up. Okay, you know what? Goodbye. Bye, 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 bye.